Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Mom Knows Ball. We are back for episode 4. I am Jordan King, and then the namesake herself, Melinda King. How we doing, Mom?
Hello, Jordan. So good to see you. I see something in our background today that I haven't seen before in the background. You're representing your hardware.
Yeah, these old things, yeah, just a couple trophies I won back in my prime. It's funny because she pretends like she didn't know that these trophies were going to be in the background. Meanwhile, she demanded, "Hey, next episode, I need to see your Emmys." So I do a good job at selling her out. Or yeah,
Proud of I am proud that $200,000 Syracuse education like that
I think yeah,
resulted in some hardware. Yes.
I think that's fair. I'm just, let's just not. I'm not a braggart person. I actually have like no ego. People who know me well know this. So I don't really. Yeah, I won some Emmys, basically being the last man on the bench. But a ring's a ring. Won them when I was at MLB Network, so it's cool to have, and it's definitely a thing I look back on in my career with a lot of pride. So
And you should
I
be
appreciate.
proud of them. And I'm
Yeah,
proud.
okay. We're getting all sentimental. Mom's gonna start crying.
I am
Okay.
not.
Anyway, episode 4. We're back. Mom, how we feeling? Football season? It's
Football
here.
season is here. It's all around me. I am totally immersed. I took a slight break from football because, as you know, because I'm texting you every time I'm watching one of these old games, I took a slight break to watch the Little League World Series. And,
Let's go.
it brought back some
Lake
memories,
Mary,
Jordan.
baby. Lake Mary.
It brought back some memories from when you were playing.
Yeah, I mean, I was on the cusp of making the Little League World Series back in my heyday, and by on the cusp, I mean not at all. But I was definitely a participant in Little League baseball. We can say that. So
I mean, you had some good years. You had some years when you were pitching. You had some years when you were a left-handed catcher, which is kind of unheard of.
yeah,
Anyway,
it's actually just bad coaching if we think back on it. It is funny though that as I look back on my baseball career, I was trying to think about the closest. I think the reason why I was good in my leagues is because of my birthday. So again, another inside baseball thing, but I was basically my birthday's in July. So there was some times where I would be in the league with like kids younger than me. And so I basically would take advantage of the fact that I was a 200-pound 12-year-old playing against like 10-year-olds. So just again, qualifiers here. I was good, relatively speaking. I was more focused on other things than the actual game, as my mom will tell you. The
such
snacks
as
and the concessions were very important to me. I mean, before I even got to the diamond, I would just monitor what our hot dog nacho situation was, what the candy slushies. So my mom just knew, it was like, and then during and throughout the game, she'd be sliding me, Gatorades and Fun Dip, and my coach is yelling at me, and I'm like, hey, look. I'm gonna get out there, but let
the
me just
kids
get.
gotta
I need.
eat. The kids
I'm
gotta eat.
carbo loading. I had to carbo load in between innings. I was working hard out there. Okay, again.
Yeah, you got a job.
Yeah. So
You need the body so you could do the work. I understood the assignment, and that's why I provided you with
and
those
it's mom. It's a
not
thankless job you
so.
had, but it's a job that I appreciated you doing. So
Yeah. Yep.
thanks.
Okay. All right. So football is here, and so we are going to our lineup for today. We're going to do our take on football, good, bad, and it's Jordan's
Mhm.
way of just kind of saying it's something he wants to talk about, but maybe he doesn't really know a lot about the topic, but he feels the need to say something.
Your words, not mine. Your words, not mine.
And we're going to do another standing on business or doing too much. So we got a scenario, and we'll say, hey, was the person standing on business or doing too much? And then we'll just kind of wrap it up. We're going to get into the good, the bad, and the end, but Look, our first big college football game was on Saturday. I was locked in. It's an international audience. It was 11 o'clock Central Time. I just was, totally immersed in it's back. It's Florida State.
Look, it was a good game. It was just the kind of appetizer we needed. Week 0, I have mixed thoughts, but I mean, break down what happened. Well, it was a huge upset.
Yeah, I mean, I like a close game. I absolutely did not expect Florida State to lose that game. And I know Florida State is still a little salty about last year. And, look, in all honesty, I understand. They had an undefeated season. They won the ACC, and then they were left out of the 4-team college football playoff. Now, next year, because we know we have 12 teams, which we already talked about, that wouldn't be the situation. But, you're not doing yourself any favors since that game. You lost 63-3 in the Orange Bowl to Georgia. I get it. A lot of players opted out. So, but 63-3 is pretty bad. And then you lose to an unranked Georgia Tech. So, and then, just a little bit of background, there was a vote to expand the college football playoff to 12 games.
All right. Here we go. See, we have a new segment that we're going to call Mom's Yap Meter. Now, every segment, sometimes there are a couple things that, Mom tends to go on a little too long. I think we got just what we needed out of that. The look on your face, look, it's for the audience. It's just to keep us in check, make sure we're on the right path.
But I wanted to talk about the...
Okay. Continue.
Okay. So, no. What is it? What do y'all want me to do? Well, you and
No,
Cameron.
I mean, look, she thinks we're conspiring against her. It's not that. It's just, we know they lost. It's in the middle of the week at this point. I appreciate you bringing it up. I think I have a bigger concern because of who Florida State's quarterback is. He's been in college football for dang near a decade at this point. And with all these COVID rules, we got guys with AARP cards and NIL deals at the same time.
AARP
No,
card.
it's too much. It's just these guys are in college since 2016. And I feel like DJ has been in college, for about a decade, and he's been in 3 different schools. Look, I think we got to cap I get the COVID rules, but, again, if you are AARP eligible, I just think it's time to go. So I guess this is his last stop. What?
Do I get the Yap Meter on you?
Now she's in her feelings. Anyway, that was our little recap of the weekend. Let's get into our number one most requested segment, the good, the bad, and the So, Mom, should I start off or you want to start off?
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna let you choose.
Hey, it's gonna be you okay? It's all right. You'll be all right. Look, we're just anyway. My good is family members getting $100+ million podcast deals, and we could be next. The Kelsey brothers just signed a $100 million deal with Amazon for the New Heights podcast. We love to see other podcasters do well. Again, I don't want to put us in the same realm as New Heights, but look, we're just a couple family members trying to do a podcast about each other. So we love to see the podcast game continue to get the money that they deserve. So again, we're a little far away from, $100 million deals, but never say never.
I was not aware. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I need to reach out to my friend, Travis Kelsey, and just kind of see
friend, yes.
if he can, hook us up.
Have you ever had a conversation with him like I have, or is it just...
Okay, I worked out at the same gym with him, so we talked about that.
She was in one place once that he was also at, but not at the same time. Yeah, okay. Just
Okay,
making
so
sure that
that's
those
your
were.
good. Interesting,
Hmm.
good information. All right, Jordan did
Hmm.
a little research.
I know.
So
Look at
my
that.
good is just simply that it's football season, and I now know where I'm going to be every Saturday. I know where I'm going to be every Sunday, every Monday night. And thank you giving me Thursday night football. My social calendar is full and I couldn't be happier. I don't really know what I did the rest of the year because now I'm just penciling in all those games that I'm going to watch. So that's my good. It's football, baby.
It's
And I'm
football. Look,
here.
and we basically got games on every streaming service now. We got them on Mondays. I think there's a Wednesday night game. We got Action Tuesday. I know starts coming around November. So yeah, it is nice. The sports calendar has started. It's a little overwhelming because it takes us a little time to get back into the rhythm of game watching. But I'm right there with you. That is not a good. That is a great. Um, and also, you don't have to rewatch your Alabama games like a weirdo. Like I mean, just she will rewatch these Alabama games from like 2016. Like it's just like and act like as if like it just happened. And I'd be surprised. And she knows the results. I mean, it is again that's diehard behavior. I respect it, but it's also like, isn't there a Netflix show we can watch or something? Or I don't know.
You
Support the
know, the thing
WNBA.
is,
Watch live sports.
because I've moved, I had recorded all these big games, and so today on I don't know ESPNU, the Alabama Georgia championship game where the infamous second and 26 was on, and
Second and two a
I sent
six.
second and 26, and
Second and two a six.
I sent the video to Jordan and his brother to say this is the
And
moment. Like
you're also your son, yes.
my
When you
son,
said
yeah.
that, you're like Jordan and his brother, like Jordan
So
and my other son Crawford. It's okay. Hey, it's all right. All right. Let's move on. Next
okay,
one.
okay. So
To
now what?
to
Where
the
we at? We're the
We're at the
bad.
bad. We
Okay.
had the two goods. Now we're at the bads. My bad. I'm going to keep it quick because I don't want to bash anyone. We are a positive forward, positive thinking podcast. But my bad is Dion banning a reporter in Colorado. Again, not. It's funny. No one's ever gone. Little peek behind the curtain from what was going to be my good. I was going to do another Dion story,
Yeah,
but
you
every day the
were.
headlines changed. It was going to be something positive about him putting money into players with kids' bank accounts. But then this happened, so I gotta.
I
He
don't
goes,
know this story.
yeah. So he's banned this reporter. I think his name is Sean something. Who is They have gotten into it a couple times, or he's written negatively about him. Feinbaum went on Stephen A. Yeah, went on First Take today and basically bashed Dion. It's hard. I mean, it's always ever evolving because Dion's always on Twitter and like responding to people. So again, it's just I want the football to be the football. I root for his son. I root for that team. We went to a game last year. It was a great story, but it's just nothing ever stays positive. It feels like there's always some type of drama. So that's not even that's just like, I don't love it. I think it's bad. Come on, just for once, let's just focus on this should be a time when we're all excited. So that's my bad.
Well, I'm a Dion fan. I was on the Dion train. Like you said, we went to a game last year. So I'll have to investigate more about that story and what the reporter did. I know you're a journalist, so
Yeah, and it's just
I
it's
guess
bad, it's
maybe I'm a
bad
journalist too.
it's bad journalistic integrity to like say, hey, you can't be here. Like the university releases a statement. It's just it's soft, it's just soft. I don't know. I don't like it.
Okay,
What's your
okay.
bad, Mom?
My bad is I am just sending a notice out to everybody who is planning on getting married, having an anniversary party, having a baby from August to January. Like this is bad timing, okay?
Yeah.
This is not the time to celebrate your kid making the all A honor roll. Just put a
No
bumper
one
sticker on
cares.
that car,
Yep.
and because you had from You had from January to August to do all these things. So, like, the bad is don't do it. The bad is don't have those
No.
parties. Know that if you have those parties, know that you're going to either be making people choose between watching an incredible game and like celebrating like an important event in your life. My birthday is during that time, and I have never
Oh, wait, you have a
thrown.
birthday coming up? You even mentioned it about 100 times. Oh, sorry, continue.
You know, I, anyway, as I'm saying, like, this ain't the time. This is not the
It's not the
time. Step
time.
away from the parties. You know, you may have Tuesday and Wednesday nights because I don't think there's any football on. But over the weekend, it's a wrap. Like, don't invite
Don't
me
do
to
it.
those parties because I'm not going to be
You
there.
heard it here first on Mom Knows Ball. Do not invite my mom to any parties ever. Just like, don't do it. No weddings,
Well,
no events. So
well,
that's just like in general. So you heard it here first. Melinda King does not want to be invited to any of your events. She does not care. So no, I think that's a great or a great bad on a lot of levels. So yeah, way to be a team player. We love it. Anyway, how about we transition into your as I am still trying to digest what my is going to be. So why don't you go into
yeah,
your
yeah. So again, I mean, we know I'm Alabama biased, right? I mean, I think the world knows that.
Didn't know?
But you didn't? Okay. But
No,
anyway,
I had no
so
idea.
I'm super excited watching College Game Day on Saturday. Coach Nick is up there. I love that crew. I've been rocking with that crew for a long time, even as it's changing. So they all do their predictions for the 12-team playoffs, like what teams are going to be in the top 12. And Herb Street and Desmond Howard don't include Alabama. And maybe they're
Just
just doing
disrespectful.
being like really thoughtful analysts. I don't know. I mean, even Nick said, "Okay, you're not going to put Alabama in there." I mean, 12 teams, and you don't think Alabama? So maybe they're being good analysts, or maybe they're low key
You know,
hating.
but see, the funny thing is, you're
Okay,
you're
no,
now
that's
you're you.
Jordan. That is why it's because I'm like, do they really believe that, or are they doing low key hating? So so that's why
Okay.
it's. Have you, in the 2 minutes that I talked, have you come up with your Because
I mean, I had it planned out all along. Again, this is a part of the riffing. Anyway, I like that. I don't believe that you think it's I just think you think it's bad. But we're gonna, it's okay. I know your bias will always show. My is fantasy football. Now, I love fantasy football. I am a self-proclaimed fantasy football expert. I do very well every year.
you do, you
Unfortunately,
do.
unfortunately, the past 3 seasons, I have been a bridesmaid and not a bride, and I have been championshipless. I've gotten in second place 4 times of the 6 opportunities to win, 2 leagues. Every year, I'm in second place, and I'm excited. I'm optimistic, but I don't know. Maybe my championship window is closing of my own. Why do I keep finishing in second place? It's getting hurtful. I feel like I'm the Buffalo Bills in the 90s. Like I can't win the big one. So
I'm sorry.
I have, mixed feelings as I go into another season, knowing that I'm probably going to do well, but maybe it's better to just be in last place and get second. Cause
But you're still trying,
tough.
right? You're still playing.
Yes, I'm still playing. It's just, I don't know. It's dejecting. And I know no one and their mom, maybe my mom, cares about my fantasy football team. I get it. But at the end of the day, everyone's Christmas presents are always much better. My mom can attest when I win my fantasy league. So again, we're all winners if I win. I just can't win right now. So that's my, because I don't love it. So yeah.
But you know what? I really do like for you to win because again, that means that you aren't making any requests for me because you have the resources to to
There's
purchase.
there's no requests that are ever made. I'm a grown independent man. Occasionally there's a Starbucks coffee or two. But let's digress.
And
Moving
you know,
on to
here's what I think about fantasy football. I used to play.
here. Hey guys, here's what mom thinks about fantasy football. Let's time it right now. See how long this one takes.
The only reason I stopped playing fantasy football because I didn't like the way it had me watching football games. I wasn't watching, I wasn't cheering for a team. I was only cheering for a player, but I was only like, okay, I want this quarterback to throw, but don't throw to this person. And I just felt like it took away from the spirit of the entire game. So I stopped playing fantasy football. So there, did I stay?
And everyone has missed your presence in all the fantasy leagues. And, every day we beg you to come back. But all righty. Hey, teach their own. Everyone wants to watch football in a different way. All right, let's end the pod on our standing on business. Let's see it, Mom. Let's see the pose. Again, tough again. She's got her Jag shirt on, Duval, or Petty.
Standing on business or doing too much?
Or doing too much. That's what it is. Standing on business or doing too much. This week it was on me to pick the topic. And you guys would all be surprised that I went above and beyond and picked a topic and also found a video. I know, I'm no hero. Everyone relax. But my standing on business or doing too much is this video of this high school ref who catches a deflected pass, and it's technically an interception, and then this player comes and tackles him from behind. Now, I think it is hilarious.
And we're going to show the video, right? We're going to show the video.
Exactly. I was hoping you wouldn't say it because, there's going to be magic post-production, but thank you for the tell there. Anyway, this ref catches it, and I would love to know how the ref was calling that game previous to the tackle, because it could be hey, when you're in between these lines and you catch a live ball, like, you get tackled, like, them the rules. Or, is it a doing too much because you're not liking the way the ref is, been calling flags against your team? Okay, we don't know any of this, but I figured I would ask. Mom, what do you think? Was this player standing on business or doing too much when it comes to tackling this old man?
I think the man was probably 40 years old,
I would say 60.
Okay, well, obviously then he just doesn't deserve to be walking around, even though your mom.
Wow, so mom, another take. Mom thinks 60-year-olds should not be walking around or reffing football games.
Well, given that, I'm in that age zone, and we're going to stop
in
right
zone?
there. We're going to stop right there. I'm in that area. I think when I saw the video, I think the momentum just took the kid, right?
Yeah.
I just don't think it was deliberate. So I'm going to say he was just standing on business, playing football. And they always tell you, don't stop until the whistle blows. And so he's like, Coach, you told me not to stop, so I'm going. I don't think he was doing too much because I just don't think it was deliberate. Now, if we get some background and we find out like this guy's got 10 penalties called on him tonight, then I would reverse my decision. But right now I'm like, okay, that's okay. You're just standing on, you're playing football. You're probably running toward the ball, and the guy in the striped shirt got in the way. That's
where I stop you. The striped shirt. They wear striped shirts for a reason. So I'm going to say he's doing too much. He didn't mistakenly tackle this guy. His momentum didn't drag him this way. You know what the ref looks like. And look, he saw his opportunity and he took it. But let's not pretend that he did not know who this guy or what the rules were or who he was tackling. My guy was licking his chops, and he's like, he touches it, it's on. So again, kind of the middle ground of like, he's standing on business of wanting to do what he was going to do, but he knew what he was doing. And I think it was doing a little too much. Okay. So I'm going to say doing too much. But, what I love about this time of year is that we will get plenty of these viral videos, especially on, low A, high school football, and these D2 games. fans doing crazy stuff in the stands. This is from a
Hopefully-
social standpoint. From a social standpoint, this is my favorite time of year because there is not a lack of any kind of content. There's always fun stuff to poke fun at. So, I'm locked in and ready to go on my feeds of Instagram and X and TikTok. So, yeah.
Well, hopefully you won't get a video and you go, oh my gosh, that woman looks familiar. And then,
that's every day. I worry every time you go to a game. I worry about you doing something crazy and getting in a fight in the stands because some LSU fan tests you or something. So
I mean, every fight starts with, well, it was a drunk LSU fan. I'm serious. That's how it starts.
I see. No, but let's not piss off the LSU fans in the audience. We still have to
because
let's wait until November.
I want to talk to Jaden Daniels' mom so much. I love her. I love that relationship. So I'm not trying to piss off any LSU fans,
Until November, yes.
Until it's time for us to play them. But I think that's another episode. I'm looking forward to, our, first Alabama game on Saturday. We play Western Kentucky.
It's going to be a tough game. Don't sleep on
you can't sleep on any team because any team, I think Georgia Tech showed that on Saturday, can beat any team. But I'm looking forward to that.
Start of a new era.
This new SEC, new coach down there in Tuscaloosa. I'm getting ready for the Alabama-Georgia game, which I have one extra ticket to. Not sure who gets that, but people can. I
think you have how about you? Maybe you bring my brother or your son Crawford. You can bring him. I don't know, but I'm just spitballing. Anyway, yes, we are excited for college football season. Mom's hair and makeup was done by Melinda King. Shout out to Melinda King is her. So yes, she's again her own little hair and makeup team. Me, myself, and I. Shout out to Tamara, our wonderful producer, who again is producifying this podcast to a T. And we will.
Producifying, is that a word? Is producifying a word?
It's a word, yes. Webster's dictionary added it last year. So,
okay. All right.
Yes, them the rules, producified, all this banter and more on next week's episode of Mom Knows Ball. Rate, review, subscribe, where you get all podcasts. We love y'all. We're excited. Let's go. College football season, NFL. We're ready to roll. All right, that's it. Mom Knows Ball.
I'm Mom.
She knows ball.
I know ball. Bye.